Okay, let's see if this will work. I want to teach you how to use the compass on your iPhone. So you can see the north of this map is here at the top of the screen. South is at the bottom of the screen. And we can align this kind of flush with the edge of that map, and you'll hit that 0 degrees north pretty close. I think I've got it pretty oriented here to where my map is flat on the ground and the top of the map is exactly 0 degrees north, dead north. Now we're going to use this to find out how to get from point A to point B. It might be hard to see, but on your maps we have these little X's drawn in pencil. In some area, the bottom middle of your maps that you're using for this exercise have an X somewhere on a trail near the bottom middle. And then somewhere else on the map, we're going to find Waldo. We're going to find that other X. And here it is in this map. So we're going to have a starting point right here. Let's say you're hiking on this particular map, and let's see, this map is actually of Mount Goddard. And we're going to try to get over here all the way to Norman Clyde Glacier. We're going to get to this glacier. Well, which direction is this? Which direction is this? And how many degrees north is this? So we know that this is headed in the northeast direction. So we should know that on our app here, let me get my compass back. On our app, our compass app, it should tell us the degrees. It should be north for sure, and maybe even northeast, some amount. But we want to find out the exact distance that we're trying to, the exact degrees that we need to head. So we're going to find our bearings that way. So if you look here on the phone, on my compass app, you see these crosshairs. When you're using this, you want to put these crosshairs right on the place that you would be on trail. So if we're right here on trail, I'm going to try to set my phone down with those crosshairs in the middle, right on that X on the map. So I'm going to center it right on the spot I'd say I'd be standing, is about right there. Okay. And I'm going to set it to 0, because I'm going to be due north. There we go. Okay, there we go. It's a little more accurate. There we go. So that's where I'm at on the map. I'm trying to get right here on the map. So if you do this first and you set it down, you're due north on the first X where you're located, and then you tap the circle. Now that circle is going to hold its ground, okay? It's going to mark that spot. It's going to establish your bearing. And I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to keep that radius of that circle. I'm going to keep my straight line, my ruler, my piece of paper, whatever I'm going to use, my stick in nature, that'll work, just a stick on the ground that's kind of straight. And I'm going to draw a straight line between my current place that I'm standing in the wilderness, which is the middle of my compass, to this other X on the map that's right here. So there's a straight line. Now, if you look on the compass, it already tells you the answer to the question. Where do you need to go? You need to go to the northeast 64, 65 degrees or so. This is 0, 30, 60, and if you look real close, it's about 64, 65. So another thing you can do, you try to keep that radius as the center pin, and you can rotate your compass. First you can tap your little edge of your compass, and that'll keep your original bearing. And then you can kind of start rotating it. It's kind of tricky to do here. Probably really tricky to do in nature. Until you've got a straight line between the center of your compass and your bearing line. Now, what did it say at the bottom here? 60, well, I moved it, darn it. It said 63. It said 63 degrees northeast of where you're going is your destination. So try to come up with this calculation on your map. Find your initial X where you would be located in the bottom center somewhere of a map, one of these maps, okay? All of these maps, you can do this. And then calculate for the other X somewhere. I put them somewhere, and you're going to have to find them. Some of them are to the east, some are to the west. Mixed it up a little bit, but I want you guys to be able to come up with your bearings for each map. So this map is called Mount Goddard. You're going to have to do this about 8 times to see what you come up with, and write down the direction, the degrees that you must go in order to get to your destination. I'll give you a freebie. This one was 63 degrees northeast, Mount Goddard.